Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Commanders.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway on Sunday Night Primetime. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the third overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finished in the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
First play and a first pass coming for Darnold. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's Darnold. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They go play action. Daniels. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Gain of 6. And a Washington first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on third down, in particular not letting third and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on first and second down as well to get to third and manageable and make them able to pick up those first.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Chris Rodriguez,
An 8-yard touchdown run.
and the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point.
And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score.
That time a 6-play drive.
Seahawks, nothing.
And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion,
8 yards,
and it'll be second and a couple.
Second and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Horton. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That good for 19 and a first down.
Seahawks first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
27 yards for Ken Walker. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2.
A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Over the middle, complete. That's Lane. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Daniels.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
.39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's Javon Kinlaw busting through it. He sticks him behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Darnold. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
A gain of 15. And the Seahawks first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
And that, very nearly a second interception of this first quarter. He's been really loose with the football, and that's going to need to change as this game moves along.
Faking the give, Darnold. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To the air again, Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Horton. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. And the Washington offense going back to work. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start out here with the option left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here's Krosky-Merritt to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's Josh Jobe getting behind the line to drop him for a loss.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To the air goes Daniels. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's good for a Washington.
An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st and 10.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 on the Seahawks 17-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. The carry here for the big tight end. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
That's another Washington first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
3-yard line.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they'll run again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
On 4th down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now 3rd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going deep for Walker. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Washington ready to try again on offense.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
I think you would agree. Just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Saw the rush was coming, hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Daniel's going to try to sneak. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run.
4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Down at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Daniels looking to throw.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Here's Daniels. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score.
And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Seahawks 21.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
Off of play action, Darnold.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Third down and 13.
Darnold now to throw.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
8-yard gain.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Pass caught, it's Lane with it. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Give to Krosky Merritt. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lane. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
And a Washington 1st down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Now Daniels going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that was prepared for him to try and take off.
Now 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
Jalen Lane. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Third down and 1.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory.
Jason Myers.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The slot man in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards there on a Washington first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Samuel going to go in motion right. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there.
That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Daniels. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Daniels. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
13 yards.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Play action. It's Darnold. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
2nd and 10. To the right side, this is Walker. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Here's Darnold. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To throw is Daniels. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. inside, Krosky narrow. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 61 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
A gain of 9 yards, and a Seahawks first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. from the 34-yard line. Here's second and a couple. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to Walker on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to throw, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Gain of 11. That's good for a Washington first down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second down and 6 now. To the air goes Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lane. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On the give, Krosky Merritt. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's the 2nd and 7. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on Sunday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Second and 5. And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Washington first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field diving to grab it? No, he didn't. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
A loss of a yard.
This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
The Seahawks take over.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Straight ahead, Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Rodriguez. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking to put a drive together. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 10-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
13 yards.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's got the hook up to Moore. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Yards. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now Daniels. They've got his man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run. It's Krosky-Merritt. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Daniels looking to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get it down inside the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. A give now to Bill. This is Krosky-Merritt. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Washington Commanders first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Moore from 3 yards out. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
21.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now Darnold and the Seahawks down 28-21. A minute 25 to play. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Here's Darnold. Pass caught, Arroyo right side. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get it with still a minute 20 left to go in the game.
first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Throwing quickly. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. The Washington offense set to take over. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A run with Krosky-Merritt. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding Ertz here on the out route. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This now a 3rd and 4. On the ground, Krosky-Merritt. And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.